Okay, I'm going to close out some of these tabs here, and we'll go back to our example page. And now let's go through the process of converting the rest of our icons from our design over to our template. So if we go back to our design, the next icon we see is right here for the account link. So let's add that. I'm going to create a design snippet so we can compare our markup to the mockup. I'll zoom in here and I'll copy this account link, create a new image, save it for the web. And again, I'm storing these in the design screenshots folder inside of our project folder, and we'll call this account link. All right, and we'll go back to our editor and let's go to our index.html page, and we'll replace this screenshot here with our account link. And our account link is going to be in our site header. It looks like we're already working on that here. And it's going to be in the top section, which is white. So we'll plug the markup inside of this section. So if we look at the design, it looks like this is going to be a link that we can click in order to go to our account settings page, probably. So let's make this an A tag. We'll give it a bogus href. We'll put the phrase account in there. And now we're going to take the approach here with our icon that we did with the phone number, which is we're going to use the CSS pseudo selector before, along with the content property, in order to add the icon before the text, but all with CSS. So to apply CSS to this item here, we're going to need a class for it. So let's add class, and we'll use the component name to prefix it. So site header, and then we'll call this account link. And I'll copy the class. And we'll jump over to our site header partial, and we'll add a new selector here. We'll start with the ampersand to prefix site header, and we'll add account link. Okay, so let's look at this side by side with our image. I'm going to refresh the page inside of our browser. So like previous links, we're going to style the different states in order to make it consistently gray like this. So let's copy these selectors here, paste it in, and now we're going to set the color. Let's look at our color palette in our variables section. So I believe this is going to be the same color as our other text, and we can see what color that is by going to our base here and looking at the color in our body, so medium darker gray. So let's copy this, and we'll jump back over to our site header partial, and we'll set the color to that. All right, we're going to remove the underline, so we'll do text decoration, none. It looks like the font is a little bit bigger, and the default is 16 pixels, so let's bump it up to 18 pixels. We'll do font size, and we want to use a relative number, so we'll use our px to rem converter, and we'll slip in 18 there for 18 pixels. And then we want to add the icon before this, so we can look at our previous example where we did that with the phone, which is right here. So let's just copy this, and we'll use this here. Now we'll need to change the actual icon, so let's hop over to the Font Awesome cheat sheet, and let's do a search for user. Okay, so this looks like what we want. So I'm going to copy the F007 part, just everything after the ampersand, hash, and X, and we'll paste it in here. Let's save this, go back to our example and refresh. So this looks pretty close, but there's a couple differences. One is that the icon is actually different, and the second is that there's not enough space here between the icon and the text. Now, to tackle the spacing, it would be nice if we could just add a space right here. But if we do that and we refresh the page, we'll see that the content before is collapsing any white space to either side of the actual content. What we can do is either set a margin on this, a padding on this, or a fixed width. Let's go ahead and add just a little bit of margin to the side. So we'll do margin right. Let's try 2 EMs to start out with. We'll refresh. Okay, that adds some space. Maybe we need just a little bit more.